Hi everybody, this is another video about methylene blue. Just before I jump into the video, if you don't mind taking a quick second to like or share, subscribe, or post a quick comment on the video, I'd really appreciate it. So thanks in advance for taking a second to do that. And as per usual, nothing I'm saying should be construed as medical advice. This is for informational purposes only. If you need medical advice, please ask your healthcare provider for that advice. So I posted another video about methylene blue a little while ago, maybe a week or so ago, and as per usual, it's garnered a lot of questions, a lot of comments, so thanks for taking the time to comment on the videos, and I appreciate the feedback and questions and all of that. So one of the questions was, or one of the best statements, slash questions was, methylene blue did absolutely nothing for me. Is that of any significance? Does it mean anything? So good question. Again, not giving any direct advice, but just some thoughts around that question. Questions, technically kind of one question. What does it mean, and is there any significance? Whenever a patient comes in and says, I started this treatment and nothing happened, I like to think about the mechanism through which that given supplement or whatever it happens to be is understood to work. And if I say, okay, well, this supplement does X, Y, and Z and nothing happened, then we can extrapolate from that maybe you didn't have a problem with X, Y, and Z, or say someone takes vitamin B12 and they say, I took B12 and nothing happened. Well, is that because you didn't have a deficiency in the first place? Is that because you don't need additional, so let's say it's methylated vitamin B12, you don't have an issue with your methylation cycle? What does that mean exactly? Or did you maybe not absorb it in the first place? Do you have too many digestive issues? Why is this not helping? So with something like methylene blue, just looking at it from a bird's eye view, methylene blue is a very strong antioxidant. It's really, really, really strong. To my understanding, it's arguably stronger, like one of the, if not the strongest antioxidant substance that a person can ingest internally. And so, very, very strong antioxidant, to say the least. Methylene blue also appears to have antimicrobial properties to it as well. So it seems to have some antiviral properties, antiparasitic properties, may have antibacterial properties, etc. But I don't know to what extent it's been tested in those with those types of microbes. I haven't seen any literature around that. Doesn't mean it's not out there, just haven't seen it. So we know strong antioxidant, has antimicrobial properties as well. So if those are the two main mechanisms by which it can do work in the body, then if a person, say I took methylene blue and nothing happened, and indeed I've taken methylene blue and nothing has happened, and I'm thankfully a very healthy individual. I dealt with my chronic health issues years ago and generally do very well. Feel very well these days. So when I took methylene blue, nothing happened. I had some blue urine. That was about, it was green urine because I was taking a multivitamin at the time, and so the yellow from the riboflavin and the blue from the methylene blue made green, and it's like being back in art class. Never my favorite class, prefer the science classes. So I didn't feel any better, and so that suggested to me that I just didn't really need more antioxidants at that time. I was taking some glutathione at the time. I was eating well, taking good care of myself, and it seemed that the megadose of methylene blue, or megadose of antioxidants that I got from methylene blue, wasn't really making a difference for me, presumably because my antioxidant status was already where it should be. I've had a number of patients who have felt notably better from methylene blue, whether it's been intravenous or oral methylene blue, and in those folks, they generally had clinical pictures that suggested they probably did not have enough antioxidant concentration in their bodies to begin with, and so it made sense to me that they felt better. The other reason why I perhaps didn't feel any different from the methylene blue is that I don't appear to be dealing with any chronic infections or acute infections for that matter, and so my body didn't seem to need the antimicrobial benefits, nor did it need the antioxidant benefits. Now, if I was having symptoms, say I was having brain fog, fatigue, things like that, other neurological symptoms like twitches or muscle spasms or something like that. And I thought, and I did some testing and found that, I have low markers for I have low antioxidant markers, and I take the methylene blue and it didn't help. Well, why might that be the case? Well, it might be because I need other things to be taken in concert with the methylene blue in order to work properly. So, for example, we know that antioxidants are super, super important for mitochondrial health, and yet not everybody who goes on an antioxidant is going to get a nice boost of energy because their mitochondria are working better, have a reduction in brain fog because their mitochondria are working better. They, in my experience, oftentimes need other things at the same time in order to reap the benefits from, say, the antioxidant support, whether it's methylene blue, glutathione, vitamin E, whatever it happens to be. So another reason that a person might not experience benefit from taking methylene blue might be because maybe they need it, but they need something else to enable it to work at the same time. So those are a few of my thoughts on this topic. If anybody has any comments on this topic or other questions around it, please don't hesitate to post in the comment section below. If you have questions about things that have nothing to do with methylene blue, feel free to post comments about that as well, preferably health related, chronic health related, or chronic illness related rather. Chronic health, yeah, sign me up for that. I want chronic health. The rest of my life, health. That'd be great. And if you have questions, post in the comment section below, and I will do my best to answer as soon as I can.